Hello, I'm Kristen.
Hello, I'm Madison.
All right.
Welcome to KM Nursing. This video, we're going to talk about med, math, test, tips, and tricks for you guys to be able to watch and prepare for your med math test. Your first tip is to memorize all your conversions. We're going to have another video on KM Nursing about common conversions that you see in med math tests, but remember to memorize any conversions that your instructor talks to you about in class.
Our second tip is to always double check your answers. If you have a timed exam, when you are finished, if there is still time left, you should go back to all of your problems and double check. The three things you should focus on are units, rounding, and your calculator. Double check your units. If you are using dimensional analysis, all of your units should cancel out except for the one that you're solving for. Also with rounding, make sure whatever the problem says to round to, whether it's the 10th, the 100th, the whole number, that you have answered in that correct form. And lastly, with your calculator, a lot of little errors can happen when you're entering numbers into your calculator. So double check by putting those numbers in a second time.
So for your third tip, always be a leader, never a follower. So that means when you're putting zeros in your answers, you want to have leading zeros but not trailing zeros. So in this example, when we have 0.2, if you just write 0.2, it can look like a 2. So we want to have this answer here, 0.2, being a leader. And then for this example, 2.5 or 2.50, if you have that following zero, it looks like 250. So we want this answer and neither of these. So always have a leading zero, never a following zero.
Our last tip is if you get stuck on a problem, then you need to skip it. This is the case if you're taking an exam that is timed and that allows you to go back and review previous problems or skip ahead to future problems. If you are working on a timed exam in this format and you get stuck on one problem, don't spend a majority of your time on that one particular problem and waste a lot of the remaining time you have left. Instead, skip ahead and go back to it later, and that will allow you to have a better score without having to rush at the end to finish your test. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck! You guys got this!
Yeah, you guys got
You can
this.
do it!
Do it.